face Varsity takes them out and warms up. Game officially starts in a little bit over 2 minutes. And we are back here as LaSalle. First pitch, strike. Comes the pitch, and there's a ball outside. Comes the pitch, and it is a strike swung. It winds up, here comes the pitch, and it is a strike out swinging. First strikeout of the game for Conwell's pitcher. Up now is the righty, number 26, Salle. As he steps into the box. Pitcher winds up, here comes the pitch. Just a tad outside. Here comes the pitch. Off the catcher's glove for a strike. Here comes the pitch. Swung on. Strike two. Count is 2-1. My apologies, 1-2. Here comes the pitch. Hit. Center field. Going back. And is a hit. A single. There is a runner at first as the first baseman Chandler comes up the bat. Here comes the pitch. Outside ball. One 0 count. Here comes the pitch. It is a strike. One count. Here comes the pitch. And it is a ball down low. 3-1 count for Conwell's pitcher. Here comes the pitch. That is a strike. Full count. Full count. Chandler as first or pitches. And it is check swing and strikeout. Called strike. It's his second strikeout of the inning. As Borgman, the catcher, is up to bat. How's the pitch? Inside. Called ball. That is a strike. 1-1 count with the runner on first. 2 outs on the inning. Goes for the pickoff, and it is good. Goes the pitch, and it is fouled off. 1-2 count. As Borgman steps out for a second. Steps back in. Here comes the pitch. Called ball. Almost hits him. 2-2 count with the runner on first. Third strikeout of the inning. An impressive start for Conwell's pitcher. Brendan, what did you think so far?
Very impressive for Conwell's pitcher, coming off strong and getting strikes out one after another. I mean, let's see if we can keep that up throughout the game.
Brent Guz is up to bat, and that is a called ball. Here comes the pitch. It's outside ball. Here comes the pitch. It is called a high ball. 3-0 count right now. As LaSalle's pitcher and it is a walk. Guzzy advances to first. Now up is Landale, the catcher for Conwell, up to 15. Here comes the pitch. Strike. Winds up. Here comes the pitch. There's another ball. It's a 1-1 count. Runner on first as he attempts to get picked off, and it is no good. Guzzy is safe. Pie deals, and is a bunt, and he is safe at first. Bunt attempt is successful as Guzzy advances, and so does Landale. There are runners on first and second now. Misplay by the infielder going for the tag instead of throwing it to the person covering first. As LaSalle's coach and the umpire is meeting at home. Number 9, Johnson, the shortstop for Conwell, is up to bat. No outs and runners on first and second. Pie steps off. Pitcher believes that somebody was going to steal, so he looks around to make sure that nobody's going to attempt it. Ball as he pulls the bunt attempt. As there's a bunt attempt, as he throws to third, he is out at third. And the runner is safe at first. As number 18, Salle, comes up to bat. Here comes the pitch. As he hits it to the second baseman, throws to first, and he is out. Runners advance to second and third. 2 outs in the inning right now. As number 22, McLean, comes up to bat. He's the third baseman for Conwell. High deals, and it is swung on, makes contact, and is hit to the second baseman as he throws it to first. It's the third out of the inning. Brendan, how do you think that inning went for them?
I think it started off pretty impressive, but then once Guzzi was out, I think that maybe the team got a little down or a little nervous going up one after another. I feel like they thought they could have gotten at least one run in. Hopefully, we see them do better next time.
Yeah, two bunt attempts is interesting. They were clearly trying to push Guzzi onto third in hopes that maybe a single could score him, but we'll be back with you when LaSalle takes the field. As number 5 of LaSalle, Murray, the center fielder, takes the box. Here comes the pitch. It's a tad outside as that is a ball. 1-0 count. He deals. Another ball. 2-0 count. Forrester hoping to replicate the same success he had in the first inning with three strikeouts. Here comes the pitch. That is another ball. Ball 3. As he deals. That is a strike. 3-1 count. Forrester pitches. Swung on. Strike 2, full count. Here comes the pitch. There's a ball. It is a walk for LaSalle as number 5 takes first. Next up to bat is Boganski, the third baseman for 27. As he deals, here comes the pitch, and it is ball outside. Here comes the pitch. There's a ball. Catcher loses it for a second, but recovers it. 2-0 count. Here comes the pitch. He steals. Tag. And he's safe at second. Murray successfully steals and makes it to second. Three 0 count. The runner on second. No outs. As Forrester deals. It is called strike. 3-1 count for Forrester. He's looking at second before he deals. And it is called another strike. Full count, 3-2. The runner on second. Here comes the pitch. And it is swung on strike 3. That is Forrester's 4th strikeout on the game. What a strong start for him, Brendan.
I agree. This is a very good looking game so far with Forrester pitching 4 strikeouts. I'd like to see him keep doing this. I'd like to see maybe we can get a mercy rule. I don't know if that's just wishful thinking though. We're not getting a mercy.
As here comes the pitch. High ball. 1-0 count with 1 out and a runner on second. Here comes the pitch. It's a strike on 1 count. Forrester winds up and deals. It's a strike. 1-2 count. As Mullen steps out of the box for a second before stepping back in. Count is 1-2. As he deals, it is hit to the third baseman, thrown to first, and he is out. 2 out on the inning as number 10, Raby, the second baseman for Salle. Forrester deals with his hit foul. 0-1 count. Two outs on the inning. As he pitches. Ball outside. One count. Forrester looks and the second baseman is stealing. And he successfully steals third. Murray with his second steal. Count is 2-1 with a man on third. As he pitches. It is called a strike. 2-2 count. Forrester pitches. And it's swung on strike 3. His 5th strikeout of the game. What an impressive start by Forrester. comes the pitch, and it is a high ball. Up to bat right now is number 12, Garfolo. As he hits it, dead center, it is caught by the second baseman. What an impressive catch by him. It's a great. Seems to be hurt. Their second baseman seems to be down. As you return here is number 10 is okay, he'll resume playing as Ortiz, the center fielder for Conwell, is up. And that is a strike. And it is a ball. 1-1 count. Comes the pitch. Swung on. Here comes the pitch. And it's strike 3. Strikeout for their pitcher, Pie. As Fife, the second baseman for Conwell, is up to bat. 2 outs on the inning. Here comes the pitch. Inside ball. He deals. And it is hit to the second baseman. Oh, he bobbles it and loses it. And he is safe at first. An unfortunate error made by number 10. As number 16, McGovernor, is up for Conwell. He's the right fielder. Runner on first with 2 outs. Here comes the pitch. Called strike. 0-1 count. Pie deals. That is called strike. 0-2 count with a runner on first. Here comes the pitch. And it is strike 3. Another strikeout to end the inning. That was a good pitcher performance from Pie. Brendan, what did you think of that inning?
I think that was a very, very good inning. I enjoyed watching it. Overall, I think both teams did very well.
Yeah, it's things like that first out with Chase Garofalo. Those are the kinds of plays in baseball that you hate to see. Catching that ball up the middle. If that drops, that might be a run. So we're gonna have to see where the rest of this game goes, and hopefully we can pull out a win.
But I gotta ask, do you think that catch he made? Do you think that injury caused him to bobble that ball and allowed Fife to get on first?
I'm gonna be honest. Baseball is baseball. Things happen. I think maybe there could have been a chance that that's what did it, but at the end of the day, it's just a bad baseball play, and he made up for it the first couple innings, making 3 outs. So I don't really think it had that much to do with it.
And we are back. Here is LaSalle. He's back. Forrester pitches, deals. It's called a ball. Here comes the pitch. And it's swung on. Hit foul. And out play. A bunch of Conwell players tried to make an attempt to go grab it, but it fell just a little bit before they could get there. As Wade steps back into the box, comes the pitch, and it's called a strike. Wheels, and it is hit. Grabbed by the shortstop, and his throw to first is good. He is out. As next up for LaSalle is Schmidt, the right fielder. Forrester deals. Ball down low. Here comes the pitch. Strike. 1-1 count. Forrester winds up. He deals. And there's a ball up high. Comes the pitch. And it is hit foul in the sky and behind the broadcasting booth. Two-two count. Here comes the pitch. And it is hit into center field. And it is caught. That out was made by number 12, the left fielder Garfolo. As number 26, the DH for LaSalle, Clark. I was about to say he heads into the box, but he seemingly is going back to the dugout to discuss something with the coach. are back here. Here comes the pitch, and it is a ball way outside. Lines up, here comes the pitch. It's called a strike. One count with 2 outs. As Forrester deals. Strike 2. Timeout is called. Here comes the pitch. Ball outside. It is hit to the third baseman as he throws it first, and he is out. That is the end of the second inning. Brendan, what did you think about that second inning?
You know, I really like how we played, especially in the outfield, catching a lot, not letting them get many runs, none at all actually. Keeping them off bases for the most part. I mean, overall, I think Egan did very, very well.
Yeah, I agree with the same. I do think that the pitch count for Forrester is a little high. 50 pitches in only 2 innings. But we're gonna come back to you when Conwell is up to bat, as it is number 11, Guzzy. And we are back here. Braden Guzzy steps into the box. 5 deals. Swings on it. And it is strike 1. Here comes the pitch. Swung on again. Strike 2. As the pitcher steps off. Here comes the pitch. As that is hit out of play. Oh, 2 count as here comes the pitch. And it is swung on, hit center field. Center fielder going back. And he grabs it. So pop fly. 1 out. pitch, and it is a high ball. Up to bat right now is Landu, catcher. Comes the pitch again, and that is hit into left field. Shortstop going back. Left fielder. Oh, he misses it. He advances with a double after a miss attempt at a sliding catch by LaSalle's left fielder, Wade. Now up to bat for Conwell is Johnson, as Landu is pinch run for. Never mind, no, he's not. Here comes the pitch, and it is hit infield as he recovers, and it is a lost ball. It's a wild ball, and Landu scores, and Johnson gets a double. Catcher going to the mound for a meeting. We'll be right back with you when play resumes. When number 18, Kalita, the designated hitter, is up to bat. Wow. Here comes the pitch, and it is fouled off. He deals, and it is a strike. Second strike. 0-2 count. Runner on second with no outs. Here's the pitch. And it is fouled off again. Oh, 2 count. As he steps off the mound. Here comes the pitch, and it is hit infield. And he is out at first, but safe at third. Johnson advances to third as number 22, McLean, is up to bat. Here comes the pitch. Swung on strike. 2 outs with a runner on third as Conwell leads by 1. Here comes the pitch. Strike 2. Go to count as he deals. And it is hit. And it gets through. Runner on third scores. That is an RBI single for McLean. As as Chase Garfolo is up to bat. As he attempts to pick off, runner is safe. Not runner, I'm sorry. Man on first with 2 outs. As Pie deals. Oh, no, he does not. He attempts another pickoff. Without success. He throws. And it is hit to the third baseman, and he bounces it off his glove. That is a single by Chase Garfolo that advances McLean. As Ortiz, the center fielder, is up to bat. And he swings, and it is a fair ball to left field. McLean comes home. Garfolo is safe at third and does not run home. That is a RBI double by Ortiz. Next up is the second baseman, Fife, number 4. Runners on second and third. Here comes the pitch. And it is hit infield to the second fielder. And he is out at first. That is the end of the inning, and Conwell is up 3 now. Brendan, what did you happen to think about Conwell's offensive performance there?
I really enjoyed watching the runs one after another by Conwell Egan. I enjoyed watching the dugout get all hyped up after each run. I mean, I really think that's great for morale. Morale is very important in every sport, in my opinion. That's really all I have.
Yeah. Just some things not going LaSalle's way. All these errors. But it's like I said before, baseball plays. Just a bad mental error, bad physical error. But the fact that we could string up 3 runs on that is definitely impactful, especially playing against the number 7 team in the state. A win right here would definitely take them down in the rankings and would boost ours for sure.
Salle is up to bat. It is number 16, the first baseman Chandler. Here comes the pitch, and it is far outside ball. Comes the pitch. Another outside ball. Forrester deals and is swung off foul. Here comes the pitch. And it's the second strike. It's a 2-2 count. inside. Full count. Salle making sure Forrester gets to a lot of full counts. His pitch count is 59. Here is pitch 60. As it is swung on him, it's a strikeout. That is Forrester's sixth strikeout of the game. Off to an impressive start, but he does have 60 pitches right now. Here comes the pitch. It's called a strike. It's number 15. Boardman, the catcher for LaSalle, who's up to bat. Here comes the pitch.
Yeah, this is really impressive for Chase Forrester, especially because he just took this start about an hour before game time. Starting pitcher Jake Stout came down with some illness and arm pain, so he was unable to start. But looking at him coming in short notice, getting it done, 6 strikeouts on one of the best teams in the state, it's very impressive, I will say.
Great insight. Here comes the pitch. Swung on. His seventh strikeout of the game. As is number 5, Murray, the center fielder, up for LaSalle. Winds up, here comes the pitch. And it's a strike. Here comes the pitch. It is a ball. 1-1 count with 2 outs. So another ball. Outside. Two-one count as he deals. Strike 2. Here comes the pitch. And yet another full count for Forrester as he hits 69 pitches on the game. He deals, and it is hit up. And Conwell Egan's out. That is the end of the inning as Forrester right now has 70 pitches. Now, Brendan, do you think that maybe 70 pitches, Forrester is starting to really get tired, or do you think he's going to continue on the same pace? Like, what do you think is going to happen?
Maybe after 70 pitches, he might. I agree. He might be getting a little tired. I mean, we might see him slowing down a little. I mean, if he can consistently keep up, that'd be very, very impressive. But after 70 pitches, yes, I think he will start to slow down.
As Conwell Egan's right fielder McGovern is up to bat. High deals, and there's a strike. So here comes the pitch, and that is fouled off. 0-2 count. comes the pitch. And that is a ball high. Here comes the pitch. And it is fouled off again. Deals. Oh, side ball. Here comes the pitch. Swung on strike 3. That was Pai's third strikeout of the game. As first baseman Guzzi is up to bat. That is a ball. Strike. Comes the pitch. And it is fouled off. 1-2 count. He deals. And it is strike 3. Fourth strikeout of the game. Second of the inning. Next up to bat is Landu, catcher. Landu scored earlier in the game. So here comes the pitch. Ball. Landu is hoping to obviously get on base and make an impact like he did last inning. Here comes the pitch. And it is fouled. Here comes the pitch. Strike 2. He deals. And that is hit into left field. And it is grabbed out of the air. That is the end of the inning. As Conwell Egan prepares to take the field. Our back is Sal's number 27, Boganski, is up to bat. Here comes the pitch. Strike. Here comes the pitch. Outside ball. That is fouled off. Here comes the pitch. Swings and he makes contact. 1-2 count. Deals. Is outside. Ball. 2-2 count. He deals. It's another outside ball. It's a full count. Comes the pitch. And strike 3. His 9th strikeout of the game so far. Forrester off to a great start despite the high pitch count, which at the current moment is 77. As number 1 of LaSalle, shortstop Mullen, is up to bat. Here comes the pitch. And it is an inside ball. Here comes the pitch. As he hits it into left field, Chase Garofalo tracking it down, and he does it successfully. The first out of the inning. Second out, my apologies. As number 10 from LaSalle, Rabby, the second baseman, is up. Here comes the pitch. Fouled off. Forrester hits 80 pitches on the game so far. Rabby seems to be talking with his coach. We'll be back when he steps back into the batter's box. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. There's a ball in the dirt. One count as he deals. It is another ball. He deals, and it is hit into left field again. Chase Garofalo tracking it, and he catches it. They're out of the inning with Forrester pitching 83 pitches so far as LaSalle gets ready to take the field. we're back here in the bottom fifth as Johnson is up to bat. Comes the pitch, and it is a strike. Here comes the pitch, and it is hit back over the broadcasting booth. 0-2 count for Johnson. He deals. It's a ball. One, two count as he deals. And it is hit to the shortstop. And he throws to first. And he is safe at first. Next up to bat is Kalita, the DH. Runner on first. Shortstop's throw wasn't in time, and Johnson managed to get there safely. Comes the pitch and bunting. And pitcher throws to first, and he's out at first, but Johnson advances to second with Kalita's bunt attempt. Next up is the third baseman, McLean. McLean, who already has an RBI on the game, looking to hopefully get another one with Johnson at second. Comes the pitch, and it is hit, and he throw to first, and he's out, and that is and he is safe after going a little bit too far off the bag on third. He manages to get in there safely. Could have been really bad for Conwell if he didn't have that quick reaction time to see that he was going to get thrown out at third. Two outs as he deals, and it's a strike. Garfolo is the one up to bat. Garfolo had a productive last inning with 2 balls hit his way in left field. So tries to pick him off at third, and he is out at third. Johnson is picked off at third. What a way to end the inning for LaSalle to get out of that one. Brendan, what did you happen to think about that game, of that inning so far?
By LaSalle. I think he could be better, but maybe we can come back next time. Maybe we'll come back, get a quick few strikeouts, be right back on offense.
Yes, we can only hope with Forrester's arm, as he is repping well over 80 pitches so far. I'd be interested to see what can go from here, as the umpires seem to be discussing something. We'll be back shortly. And we are back here as Forrester takes the mound, and number 12, Wade, is on the box, and that is a strike. Here comes the pitch. Inside ball. Forrester deals, and it is hit to the second baseman as he throws to first, and Wade is out. Now up for LaSalle is number 20, the right fielder, Schmidt. Here comes the pitch. It is a strike. 0-1 count. Here comes the pitch. Strike 2. Forrester deals. Just outside. 1-2 count with 1 out. Here comes the pitch. Strike 3. That is Forrester's 10th strikeout of the game so far. An impressive game from him as he racks up 90 pitches on the game. Strike 1. One count. Here comes the pitch. And it is fouled. Oh, 2 count with 2 outs. Forrester pitches. Just outside. Ball 1. Forrester deals. Swung on strike 3. His 11th strikeout of the game. Just a dominating performance from Forrester right now. Brendan, what do you happen to think of Forrester's performance right now with taking into account his high pitch count?
After almost 95 pitches, he does not seem to be slowing down at all, and still strikeouts after strikeouts. Very, very impressive in my opinion. I mean, I'd like to see more from him. I hope I get to.
Yes, we would all like to see him pitch a little bit more, but how long do you think he can stand? Do you think he'll hit 100 pitches, Brendan?
I mean, at this rate, I feel like he will if we keep looking at how many pitches he has per inning.
Now up to bat for Conwell is the left fielder number 12, Garfolo. Here comes the pitch, and it is hit foul over LaSalle's dugout. Here comes the pitch as he hits that to right field, and it is out of play. 0-2 count as Pie deals. Ball one. Here comes the pitch. Ball two. 2-2 count as Pie deals. And that is hit up the middle and just barely gets past the second baseman. Garfolo with a single in a center field. As next up is center fielder Ortiz. As Ortiz steps into the box, on first with no outs. As he attempts a pickoff, and it is no good. Garfolo is safe. Pie deals. It is a bunt by Ortiz, and it goes foul. The 1 count as Pie deals, and there's another bunt by Ortiz. Pitcher throws to first, and he is out at first. Garfolo advances to second with 1 out. Next up is the second baseman, Fife. And Fife has seemingly been pitched hit for by Colin Laverty. Here comes the pitch. Laverty swings. Strike. 0-1 count with 1 out and a runner at second. Pie deals. Strike 2. Count. Here comes the pitch, and it is swung on strike 3. Colin Laverty strikes out for the second out of the inning. As next up is the right fielder McGovern. Chase Garfolo on second base. Here comes the pitch, and it is hit. So shortstop, as he throws to first, it is good. He is out at first. Good throw by the shortstop to get that ball in there on time. as Conwell Egan has taken out pitcher Forrester and put in Brady Guzzi to pitch for them, as LaSalle, number 16, Chandler, is up to bat. Guzzi is the second best player in the state, and I'm excited to see him pitch here. Here comes the pitch. Strike. He deals. Strike two. Comes the pitch. Strike three. First three pitches for Brady Guzzi ends up being a strikeout. That's a strong start for him. Here comes the pitch. Strike one. Here comes the pitch. Foul off. Ball. Count is 1-2. Here comes the pitch. It's inside. Ball two. As the catcher goes to meet Guzzi at the mound. We'll be back quite short. Two count. Brady Guzzi deals. Strike three. Two batters, two strikeouts for Guzzi. An impressive start for him. As number 5, Murray, is up to bat for LaSalle. Here comes the pitch. Ball. Guzzi deals. And he swung. 1-1 count after the first baseman ump calls it a swing. Here comes the pitch. Ball two. Here comes the pitch. Another ball outside. 3-1 count. Comes the pitch. Swung on, missed. Full count. He deals. with his first walk of the inning. Next up for LaSalle is number 27, Boganski, the third baseman. Pitch. Inside. Comes the pitch. Fouled off to the right side. 1-1 with a runner on first and 2 outs. Comes the pitch. And it is fouled off again. And it is out of play. Comes the pitch. Ball outside as he attempts to pick off, and it is no good. Number 5 is safe at first. 2-2 count with 2 outs. Here comes the pitch. Ball 3. Full count. Comes the pitch. And it is hit to the shortstop. He throws it first and is out at first. What a good way to end the inning. And what a great way to start it with 2 strikeouts by Brady Guzzi. Brendan, how did you think of Brady Guzzi's first inning for Conwell right now?
You know, I enjoyed watching Brady Guzzi play. I know he is the number 2 in the state. I'd like to see that he possibly could get to number 1 by the end of his sophomore year. This is a very entertaining inning. Seeing him, he's definitely not tired. Oh, something is going on. I'm gonna hand it back to you.
And it seems that the game is ending. Conwell wins 3-0. That is a Conwell win versus LaSalle. Thank you for watching the Eagle Eye Network. Have a great rest of your day.
Stay safe, everyone.